This is a notebook that is literally filled with every debit and credit card that I have ever had. So needless to say, because of my line of work, I've had a few different bank accounts in my day. And naturally, sometimes those products are a great recommendation for others, but just for my own sanity, I don't always keep those accounts open after I make a review. That is unless I find a product that I really love, and well, I think I'm in love with Lance. So today, allow me to help you fall in love with Lance too, and show you how you can literally put your business's finances on autopilot. All right, let's jump right into it. What is going on, everyone? I hope you are all having a fantastic day. So I will let you know right out of the gate that yes, Lance is sponsoring today's video, but as always, you are going to get the open and honest review that you came here expecting. Plus, they've been really generous and hooked up my viewers with 3 months of Lance Pro for 20% off, which is awesome. So if at any point in today's video you do want to give this product a shot, then definitely check out that first link down in the description below to claim that offer. So, Lance is an incredibly powerful business banking account that is designed by freelancers for freelancers. That line is really catchy, and it is true, but Lance is also for sole proprietorships, LLCs, S-Corps, C-Corps, and really any side hustle that you are using to rake in dough with. Now, before we get to all of those awesome features, I've said it a million times before, so I will spare you the long lecture on why you need a separate bank account for your small business or side hustle, but newsflash, you need a separate bank account for your small business or side hustle. Alright, so now that we're all in agreement on that one, what is Lance and what makes it any better than the other business bank accounts that are available to you? Well, there's a number of things, but the biggest one that sticks out to me is that this is intelligent business banking on autopilot. And if you know me, then you know that I love automating pretty much everything that I possibly can. But to give you a 30,000-foot view of what Lance is all about, they have a free and paid account option, and we'll talk about the difference between the two in a minute, but both of these accounts have no minimum balance requirements, no hidden fees, or anything like that. You're also going to get both a physical and virtual card that Lance will use to track your business expenses. Plus, you can add manual expenses if needed, and that allows Lance to automate not only your saving and spending, but your taxes, and will use those business expenses to reduce your taxable income and keep as much money in your pocket as possible. Legally, of course. Okay, there are so many different things that I want to talk about with this awesome platform, so before I start rambling in like 10 different directions, let's quickly download the app, open up an account, which takes just a few minutes, and then I can walk you through some of the core features that will let you automate your business's finances. So, downloading and signing up is pretty self-explanatory, but once you do that and log in through the app, you're brought to the home page, and at the bottom of the screen, you've got your Home tab, Actions tab, Stacks tab, and the Cards tab. Now, if you'd like to see a full in-depth breakdown of the app, then definitely let me know about that down in the comment section below. But the tab that I specifically want to focus on today is the Stacks tab. And this Stacks feature is really what makes Lance truly unique. So when your income comes into Lance, whether that be from a regular 9-to-5 job, a freelancing client, or some other form of 1099 income, it's all going to be routed through Lance's smart allocation mechanism and be split up across your 4 different stacks, which is your main account or expenses, savings, your salary, and your taxes. So you're able to set allocation preferences for your salary, savings, and your main account, which again is your expenses. But the cool part is that Lance is going to automatically calculate your taxes for you, do all of that math, and set that money aside first. And if you have Lance Pro, they will even make your quarterly tax payments for you to the IRS on your behalf and generate a Schedule C, which you will need when you submit your taxes at the end of the year. Now, all of that sounded really confusing and overwhelming, especially if you are new to the freelancing world, but the beautiful thing about Lance is that it's all automated for you. I don't want to bore you to death too much with this whole tax thing, because I know taxes aren't the most exciting topic in the world, but I want to make sure it's clear how amazing this feature truly is. I can say as a small business owner myself, in the past I've had business bank accounts, accounting software, a human CPA, tax software, and even then it was still a huge headache to track all of my income and expenses and ensure that I was paying the right amount in taxes and getting the maximum amount of deductions from my expenses. And honestly, thinking about that makes me really mad that I didn't stumble upon Lance a long time ago, because really this does all of that for you under one platform. Lance is going to track all of your expenses with your Lance debit card, monitor all of your various streams of income, whether that be 1099 or W-2 income if that applies to you, calculate your federal, state, and local taxes, including self-employment tax for you, automatically set that money aside so that you don't get surprised with some huge tax bill each quarter or at the end of the year. And again, if you have Lance Pro, they will even make those payments on your behalf and generate that Schedule C that you can view right from within the Lance app. I mean, seriously, I have paid thousands of dollars for accountants and different softwares to do all of that, and the fact that most of those things come with the Freelance account is really just hard for me to wrap my head around. Plus, Lance Pro is just $12 per month, and that is way cheaper than paying a CPA or buying other expensive softwares. Plus, it's all automated, which is priceless to me. This is basically like having an automated CFO, except you don't have to pay them some huge salary every year. Okay, so once Lance calculates your taxes that you owe on the money coming in and sets that money aside in your tax stack, it is then going to allocate the remaining income across your remaining 3 stacks based on the preferences that you set, which again is your salary, savings, and your main account, which is your expenses. Now, the expenses stack, which is your main account, probably makes the most sense because as small business owners, we all know that we have expenses. But the savings stack is really important in my opinion because most small businesses don't actually save money in the same way that you would with a personal account, for example. And I'm not sure why that is, but I love the fact that Lance is, in a sense, automatically having you set that money aside if and when those rainy days do come up. And then perhaps everyone's favorite stack, the salary stack, which can be linked to your personal bank account and can be set to automatically pay you a salary twice a month, just like you would receive with a regular job, whatever that is. My parents are so proud. Plus, Lance will also give you personalized budgeting recommendations to help you optimize your small business's finances. And you can easily get paid through third-party apps like Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, even through ACH transfers, and even credit cards for Lance Pro users with their brand new Lance Checkout feature. Lance Checkout allows you to create a payment request with your personalized branding, send the one-time link to your client, and lets them pay seamlessly with a credit card or debit card, which is a lot more convenient for most customers. So that's a lot to take in at once, but essentially, after you get all of this set up, you're automatically having that money set aside for expenses, saving money, paying yourself a salary, setting money aside for taxes, and in the case of Lance Pro, paying those taxes and generating that Schedule C so that you can focus on running your small business and maximizing your income, which as small business owners is really what we should be spending our time doing. Now, before we get into some of the things that Lance is looking to add in the future and the things that I would like to see them add, I want to clarify the difference between the free and paid account option with Lance Pro. So with your free account, you're going to have an FDIC-insured business account with most of the features that we've talked about today, such as the automatic tax withholding, manual salary transfers, your physical and virtual debit card, unlimited payments, deposits, and transfers, free ATM deposits and withdrawals, and 24/7 customer support that you can actually use right from within the app, since they have this really unique customer service system that basically allows you to text with customer support and get help immediately. And yes, naturally, I did run it through its paces, and I was really impressed and think it's pretty awesome. Plus, you also get an unlimited number of accounting reports, meaning it is really easy to automatically see your balance sheet without having to reconcile personal versus business expenses and all of that chaos. So all of that comes with the free account, but with Lance Pro, you can get all the things that we just talked about, plus you have those automated quarterly tax payments, which if you're making any decent amount of money from a small business or some kind of freelance work, then you need to be making those quarterly tax payments. And the fact that they will do that on your behalf is just another thing that you don't have to worry about. On top of that, you also get automatic salary transfers, whereas with the free account, you have to make those transfers manually. And with Lance Pro, you also get the new Lance Checkout feature, which I mentioned earlier, plus that auto-generated Schedule C, which if you've never seen the Schedule C before, trust me, it is really nice that they are going to generate that for you. So I understand if $12 a month is out of the budget if you are just getting started. But remember that Lance was super generous and is giving all of my viewers 3 months of Lance Pro for 20% off. And from an accounting point of view, just paying an accountant to fill out the Schedule C alone will probably cost a lot more than a year worth of Lance Pro. So just another thing to keep in mind when making your decision. Now, I will mention here that like many other banks, Lance is only currently available to those those of you in the United States, and at the moment, there is no desktop version or joint account options if you have multiple business owners that need access to this account. However, I do hear that that is something that they are working on, along with a ton of other really awesome features, so if that is something that you would need, then definitely keep an eye out for that as well. Like I said at the beginning of the video, as someone who strives to automate as much as possible, I am definitely in love with Lance. So if you have a small business, sole proprietorship, side hustle, LLC, S Corp, C Corp, or any combination of those things, then this could very well be the best banking option to automate your finances and allow you to focus on your business and doing the things that you love instead of constantly crunching numbers. So I would love to know what you think of Lance down in the comment section below, and if you do want to give this product a shot and get your first 3 months for 20% off of Lance Pro, then definitely check out that first link down in the description below. Huge thank you to Lance for, first of all, creating such a wonderful platform for small business owners, and of course for supporting my content. I really do appreciate that. If you got value out of this content and you want to help support me, then definitely check out Lance and show them some love on their platform, and check out their very educational and entertaining YouTube channel as well. As always, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it so much. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.